This is my opinion. You are allowed to disagree with me as long as it is not toxic. I hope my first review does well. Hi there, I am Soda 11 Pro. My game show got accepted by ABC and I am the casting director. I got 1 month to choose the cast members. Hopefully I got lots of applications to choose from, so I picked the perfect cast. If I don't choose the contestants, he will not let me air the show if I don't. Okay, now it's time to see the number of applications. Oh shoot, I am going to call my boss.
You got no responses. You must recruit contestant in 2 minutes or else the show is not airing.
Dang it, there is a minute left to recruit people and I can't recruit people that fast. What is this? Special delivery? I did not order anything. But I might as well use this. Object Creator 3000 helps makes contestants out of objects. Perfect. I can recruit these contestants for the show. Battle for Dream Island is made by Carrie and Michael Huang, where they make a comic that features the characters in the show, and they have the idea to make a flash animation version of the old comics and release it on Jack Jellify. It stars 20 anthropomorphic objects, 21 if you count David, but he only appeared briefly. They compete in challenges to avoid eliminations. If a team loses a challenge, they are up for voting, then at Cake at Stake. The team that lost the previous episode's challenge goes to the Cake at Stake, then the votes are read. The player with the most votes is out, and eventually the teams will merge into one and compete for themselves. The cycle continues until there are 3 contestants left. Among those 3 contestants, the viewer votes on which one should win. So let's see the contestants that are in the show. Also, all of them are named after the object they are based on. In episode 1, Blocky is arrogant and I would say aggressive, but that's an overstatement. In episodes 2 to 4 he is better, although he does not have that much of a role until he comes back in episode 9, Bubble. Out of all of the finalists, he is the weakest link as he not as involved in the show as the other 2 finalists. Coiny, right until his elimination he is pretty much an interchangeable version. Fiery. They act like sibling rivalry and they slap each other. David, he entered the game late, his time in the show is short-lived and for good reason. His personality is just saying "oh seriously." Eraser, he is a combination of both Blocky and Pen. Fiery, once Coiny got out of the game, he improved a lot in a personality-wise and I started to like him. Flower, the problem with Flower is that she is sassy and egotistical. Golf Ball, she is an improvement over Pin as her entire personality is not all "I am the team leader so I control the members." He is also the voice of reason, unlike Pin. Ice Cube, she barely has a personality and she barely has any screen time. Because of this, she feels like a large floater, but she is not as bad as Rocky. Apparently many people think her elimination is unfair. However, she would have been very repetitive if she stayed any longer. Leafy, she is a good character and is the nicest contestant in the show. Although I felt second place is more warranted. Match, she and Pencil are less annoying versions of Katie and Sadie. She is best friends with Pencil, although I like Pencil better since he has more of a personality than Match. Compared to Pencil, Match, she feels more like she is in the sidelines instead of being in the game itself. Needle, she has a catchphrase which is "don't call me Needly." It's her entire personality. She used to be funny, but it gets repetitive fast. Pen, I am a fan of characters with a more laid-back personality. It feels like a breath of fresh air in any cast. And Pen is no exception. Pencil, he is better than Match because he is not as dependent on Match, allowing Pencil to get more personality. However, he got even more personality once Match got out. Pin, she is Courtney from Total Drama, expect more intolerable, and besides Golf Ball is a better version of her. Rocky, she is a massive floater. She got 4th place in the show, yet her entire personality just her vomiting, and thank God it's not realistic. He could at the very least be in 14th place. Snowball. He lasted in the game longer than I remember. Although he made a bad first impression on me, he has improved in episode 8. He is the most competitive contestant in the cast, as it seems like he will do anything to get Dream Island at any cost. He lost in the end. Spongy, he feels pretty lacking, although he has an actual personality in season 4. Teardrop, she is forgettable and she is not really expressive. Although I won't necessarily fault her for this due to the fact that the animation does not really accommodate for the character like this, since you need expressive animation to convey their personality. Speaking of which, Tennis Ball, overall he is very good, although compared to the other contestants in the final 12 he feels like the weakest link among the final 12. Woody, she is a gimmick character, as she is the only character in all of fiction to have everything phobia, and the worst part, if you remove the trait then she has no personality. The animation is passable, however it feels somewhat dated for 2021 standards, but at least it is not that bad and the backgrounds felt too simplistic. It feels like you can easily replicate it with a simple drawing program like MS Paint. The show's biggest strength is that the show has good pacing. It does not feel like it is too fast and not too slow, although the show has some filler, most in the form of the fake ads, but because of the pacing it does not cause it to stop in a halt. Also, even though most of the challenges are simple, at least it gets the job done. The showrunners give the show some variety, sometimes they have more than one challenge in select episodes. There is also a debut in which the viewers vote on which contestant they want in the game. Some makes a cameo in the episodes. Also, the concept of the recommended character is pretty decent. They also come in select episodes, although sometimes they take this lightly on what makes a character. Sometimes a random asset counts as a character, sometimes it's an alternate form of one of the contestants. Also, I am not really the greatest fan of episode 24. It is the only episode with a noticeable amount of filler in this season, and this is due to the chase scene with the bugs and there is no challenge, so they decided to put the elimination near the end of the episode. But at least the pacing is good, so the episode does not feel like it lasts for hours and the episode's plot not going anywhere. So I recommend you skip to the end when watching this episode. Overall, I think the show is not bad for a show first released in 2010. It has around 5 seasons so far, although season 2 and 3 are short-lived, and I am glad it has a community. I decide to give this season a 7 out of 10. Although it may be harder to recommend it to young teens because of the art style, but I feel like it is worth a watch. If you don't like, that's fine, you can form your opinions. Speaking of which,
did you find the contestants needed for the show?
yes, they are talking objects wanting to part.
I do not believe you, and you still have nothing.
Wait, they are. Dang it, well then, see you in the next video because the sky is falling now. Goodbye.